Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with you unannounced because channeling is a funny, not a funny thing. It comes when I least expect it, and because I don't channel and looking for people, but when a spirit has to speak their piece or communicate something, it happens that usually when I wake up I get them. And I kept hearing Robert, 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 and I woke up. And this is Robert Bell Wallace, who apparently passed in April of this year, 2019. Hi there. Hi, Christina. Hi, Lisa. And wanting to communicate. And you'll see there's a darkness here, okay? And I need darkness when I have to channel, when I'm channeling. And so bear with me. Someone has written under my, hi there, Jima. Someone has written under my site, under the videos, oh, with all due respect, get a better camera. And I have one of the great, hi Hawaii, and I have a very good camera here, actually. Gina, hello. But I will be working in the dark because it favors my concentration. And as you have seen in the last video that I made on channeling, um, um, I just it's 5:30 in the morning. I just woke up. I'm sorry. I have to try to get everything out. Um, there's Lady Diana Spencer. Um, I had more of a warning there because it was later in the morning. I was more awake. This is coming in extremely strong. So bear with me. And as I did when I was channeling them, I have some water here. Every now and then I'll have to stop because the concentration is so, so strong and it really fries your brain. And you'll see, for those of you who have ever done readings with me, my readings are longer and my channeling sessions are shorter usually. Now, let me begin. Um, so Robert Bell Wallace passed in April 2019, I believe, and apparently there were others. There were others. Five or six. I haven't even heard it in the news. I did when I was away, and I kept hearing mystery about it. But let's see if we can start. Let's see if we can start. Very soon, you are going to see that the Dominican Republic will announce that the deaths are non consequential. They have nothing to do with each other. But I am here to tell you another reality, because we were only told of Americans that only mysteriously passed on the island. But I assure you, there are many more. Only foreign residents. And this is due not to a government policy, but to the fact that all deaths occurred in places where visitors were staying. And typically, the local islanders do not stay. After I passed, I realized that my health issues only were such that made me non-immune to chemical substances in great quantities. I am not saying that I was in perfect health. No. I worked well and took care of my health. If you can imagine a person in very bad health would not be on vacation on an island where it is warm. They would be in hospital or at home resting. I am trying to make light of this story, but it isn't truly a story, but a reality. Perhaps you will see that other victims will come to you, and they will have names we have not heard about or read about. They will be islanders, and they are or were people who were poor, but they nonetheless were children and adults and part of families who mourn them. They say that only the good die young. Of course, I was not so young, but I can vouch for this saying because the spirits I have encountered all think it was not a coincidence. And I am not saying I think it was a coincidence. I am saying I know it was not a coincidence. There are industrial waste in chemicals. There are industrial waste chemicals that are rampant. We can say rampant because they are uncontrolled. They run rampant. And unfortunately, members of political forces with power do not want this to be known because there would be dire consequences on the island's travel industry. And unfortunately, I understand that you are saying what I want to communicate. And surely there may be people listening to you who are originally or who now live on the island and would take offense. There is much disinformation, and there is a group, a large group of the population that is unawares of all that this implies. You will see in the future, not so far in the future, that this will be occurring on other small islands in the region, because the story here is a long one and a complicated one. But I will try now to tell you a few things. It's time for me for a break. Time for me to get some water, sorry. After you started channeling, it only struck me that you would be doing this live. So please also say that this is only very real and not frightening. The truth should not ever frighten us. I understand that you may be thinking, this is my truth, Robert's truth, but lovely Christelle, you understand that it is not every day that Spirit comes to you to tell you these things. Apparently, it is an important message. There are a group of countries, large industrialized countries, that I beg you not to mention, because for you there could be consequences, even simply a lot of people literally wanting to disown you. I am using the word disown lightly. Of course, they could be offended and not want to listen to this. Surely this could happen and will happen, but just let me say that there is a group of large industrialized countries. There are 3 of them, and together they have begun experimentation on certain substances, chemical substances, for positive reasons. In the sense, I will give you an example. The experimentation involves improving health conditions and improving drugs for medicinal purposes. But as you can imagine, there are trials and there are tribulations. Unfortunately, the deaths I speak out for were victims of tribulation. And I must say that the testing did bring forth very positive results and did save many lives, surely. But there is a cover-up, and many American journalists are very ambitious, strong, and reach well-informed sources. This is why the stories, my story and the other recent deaths, have appeared. So this is only, Christelle, a heads up that there should be more to come on this story, which is, like I said, a reality. Goodbye. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to get a little bit of shut-eye and just think and re-see what has just happened. Namaste. I'll be back later on tonight, starting with the full moon videos live. And I won't be announcing them either because there's so much going on. But wait for me. I will be there. It will be a pleasure for me to be with you. And I'll be back soon. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.